Hey, friends. Hello, everyone. And yeah, it's not easy talking to a camera, but I'm going to try. So, anyway, this is just a follow up email. I'm sorry, follow up message to my message from yesterday. So, just a little bit more of getting to know me type of thing. So, back in like the 1990s, I was an avid like HGTV lover of HGTV and Food Network, and I watched it 24/7. Like it was always on in the background. And I always thought how incredibly amazing and glamorous the home organizing people were. I specifically loved Niecy Nash, who is just, she's hilarious. And she had a team of people that would go with her to a really like sometimes the house of a hoarder, and they would just obviously make it beautiful. So I was watching several of these videos on HGTV and realizing that, hey, this is something I'm actually good at naturally. My brain works in that way where it containerizes things. And in a physical space, it's the same thing. Like I can look at a huge, messy space and I can instantaneously see the vision of what it could look like, where everything should go, that type of thing. So basically, my husband bought me this book. It's called Organizing from the Inside Out with Julie Morgenstern, and you will see it backwards. But anyway, this book is basically, this is my guru. Julie Morgenstern is someone that she coined a lot of acronyms, and I use her acronym SPACE, SPACE, which is sort, purge, assign a home. So it's SPAC is containerize, and then E is equalize. So I do all these things just naturally, but the one thing I switched on her acronym is the S and the P. So I have my clients purge pretty much not only first, but as we continue to move through their homes. It's a constant purge. The trash bag is your best friend. So, and sorry, I'm having breathing issues, so apologies. But anyway, and it's very hot. It's like we're in the 90s here in California right now, and it's causing some breathing stuff. But anyway, basically, trash bag is your best friend. And I follow the SPACE acronym in a sense. In every room, in every drawer, in every cupboard, you can use that same acronym to go through all of your items. But I want to start by saying that a lot of what you do when you are decluttering your home, it's all mindset. So the other two folks that I absolutely like love, Joshua Fields Milburn and Ryan Nicodemus, who I got to see live. I took my daughter and my niece, Jasmine, and my sister, Lisa, and we got to see them in a live like setting on stage, and they were just amazing. So if you don't know them, they are the minimalists, and they started this whole movement towards minimalism. Well, I don't know if they started it, but they have a huge thing to do with moving towards minimalism, and which is why I've been on a constant moving towards minimalism, just moving towards minimalism as a lifestyle. I am not a minimalist. I have a lot of stuff, but it's not a lot, but I have a lot of things. I like things, and they are, I keep them nice. I dust everything that needs to be dusted. I dust it because I do believe in energy. Not necessarily as far energetic as Marie Kondo goes with talking to your socks, but I do believe in just the energy of the world and, your surroundings, which should be nice because you deserve it, right? So, anyway, okay, apologies. Cannot breathe. But anyway, so basically, my mantra and the way that I start with any client, even before the in person or virtual consultation is on the phone, I start them immediately, and you can do the same if you're in any kind of situation. start with all the paper, the recycling, get rid of all of it, recycle it all. If you have a stack of paper, I guarantee you that 90% of what's in that stack is not important, and you can very safely recycle it. People are like, oh, I don't want to put my address in my trash bin. But if someone was to come to your recycle bin, like literally your address is on your house, so it doesn't matter anymore. I see clients who try to like black out their address, and I'm like, it doesn't matter. Nobody cares. There's so many more savvy ways to find you. They're not going to come looking for your magazines. So anyway, so anyway, don't sit there and black out your name. It doesn't matter. Honestly, it's a waste of time. So basically, go ahead and just recycle as much as you can. Get rid of as much as you can. If possible, take pictures to digitize certain pieces of paper. One of the things I have learned too is if you were somebody who took a lot of courses, like a lot of, like, let's say you took a bunch of self-help and took learning this, learning that, the best thing to do, honestly, after you take a course is put something from that course that resonated with you, put it into action immediately, like start doing it. Because if you start doing it, you start the experience of living what you learned. And that is the best thing. That's better than saving all the papers from like the Tony Robbins course or whatever, Dean Grazioso or whoever the people that anyone might like to learn from. There's so many amazing mentors and people out there, business mastery folks and all that stuff. But take what you learned and really just hone in on one or two things that really resonate with you, and then use them. Because once you start using them, that's when you live the experience of this thing that you wanted. It's basically you're learning to be where you want to be by doing the thing now. So it's very similar to manifestation, where you need to live as if you already own it in order for you to be open to the perception, in order for you to be open to receive the items or the things or the business or whatever it is you're looking for. So basically, again, with paperwork, I suggest trash, recycle, get rid of most of it. If you like to shred, if you want to shred, there are many places where you can shred your paperwork and they will watch, you can watch them shred it. So there's a couple of places. I live near Berkeley, California. There are several in the East Bay, but wherever you live, I can easily help you find a good place for that. So, yes, just start with paperwork. Start with paperwork. Start with things that don't belong. Like, let's say in your kitchen, you have stuff that should be in a medicine cabinet or in the bedroom. Like, go around your house and put things back where they should be. And then you can move through the home in one fell swoop, trash bag in hand, and start just getting rid of things that don't belong in your home. So I hope that makes sense. What the other thing I was thinking of too is that aside from the paperwork and the recycle, another easy place, I know it seems like it might be hard, but another easy place is to start with your closet and just slowly, anything that doesn't fit or is too small or not, or very worn out, you can either donate it or you can recycle. There's a new way to recycle material, and I will have to find the name of the company and find the link and all that stuff. But yeah, there's so many ways to declutter and clean your home out and try to be as sustainable as possible while you're doing it. The best thing is to donate out as much as possible. I do not recommend Goodwill because they throw a lot of things away. So I really recommend taking time to rehome all of the items that you want to get rid of. Find people that want these things. If you have like a neighborhood app, that's a great way to get rid of stuff too. And yeah, just trying to clear out your homes, clear out the space, make more space for yourself to breathe, make it easier to clean, and just, it becomes a chore to be a stuff manager when we have so much stuff. Like you have to take care of the stuff, and it's not fun, and it's time consuming, and it wastes time. You should be out there doing things that you want to do, enjoying your life. You should be relaxing. You should be able to have time to watch a movie, sit out in the back, have a beverage, like whatever you want. So, anyway, so I will stop here because I'm getting the giggles, but I want to just, yeah, give a little more information of me. And oh, one thing I can say is I can't breathe. But one thing I can say is that, and by the way, these are one take videos. I'm not savvy enough to do cuts and all that stuff. But when I was a college student, I was already helping, like, even my college friends, like when they would move or move out of a place or move into another place, I was doing move management even back then for free or for dinner. And now that's what I do as part of my business. I do move management, which is actually quite an endeavor. Let's just say there's a lot to it. And I do, before the move, during the move, and after the move. So it's very comprehensive. And I do the whole piece or whichever piece the person needs help with. So that's one thing. But yeah, so when I was in college, I was helping people move, I was helping people set up their new apartments and stuff like that. So it was very enjoyable for me. I love organizing and making a space beautiful. It just makes me feel really good, and it's very fulfilling. I will add that my first client ever, my first actual true paid client, was this amazing woman. She was very sweet. And during our phone consultation, she said, "Oh, yeah, my place is not so bad." But long story short, when I got to her house, I had to step on things to like get into her house. And before I left my house, I told my husband, I was like, "Oh, yeah, I don't do hoarders. I don't work with hoarders. I can't do that kind of work." Guess what? My first paid client back in 2016 was a hoarder. And the beautiful thing about this client was that she actually lost 40 pounds, like the pounds melted off of her after we decluttered her whole house. This is one of those people who she would rather sleep on a couch and let her 12 or 11 cats live in her bedroom. So her cats took over her bedroom. And I actually have had two clients like that. Sweetest people in the world, animal lovers to the nth degree. But anyway, yeah, she let her cats overtake her bedroom. Yeah, it was an experience for me because I just finished telling my husband, like, "Oh yeah, I don't work with hoarders." Well, guess what? That was my first super duper amazing paid client. The other thing I do is I work with realtors. Realtors are the best people if you are trying to become a professional organizer. Start making friends with some realtors because they always have business for you. But anyway, I think that's enough for today. And again, I just wanted to introduce myself further, let you know who I am, what I'm about. And yeah, I've been organizing and helping people organize their homes for my entire life. And until 2016 is when I started getting paid for it. And it's just amazing. It's a wonderful and very fulfilling thing for me to help people in this way. During the pandemic, I actually did so many virtual organizings. It's unbelievable. I also did 8 or 9 women's closets from the period of the end of 2020 to 2022 when I started working at an office job at Rockwood Leadership Institute, which is where I am right now. But basically, 8 or 9 closets, and these women were all like, I have thousands of pieces of items of clothing and I need to get rid of it. And so that was amazing. I do have some more before and after pictures for those, which I will figure out where to share some of that stuff. But anyway, great to talk to everyone, and I will see you all soon. Bye.